Hello everyone. I am Xing from China. I am currently studying for a PhD at the University of Technology Mara. It is a great honor to participate in this conference. The topic of my speech today is the theme of labors in contemporary Chinese painting. Let me start my statement below. The first is a brief introduction to the evolution of the image of labors in Chinese paintings from ancient times to the present. The image of labors has appeared in Chinese artworks since ancient times. After the Song dynasty, Chinese art history was mostly written by literary painters, and the landscape became the main subject of painting because most of the literary painters in the feudal society did not care about the common toilers. Paintings depicting labors became scarce, which had a lot to do with the class concept of the Chinese feudal society. Although there are many expressions of labors and labor scenes in the history of Chinese art, the creative trend of thinking that takes labors as the center of creation and conveys class consciousness, national policies, socialist ideas, and political views to the public through artworks, it only became mainstream after the founding of New China and expressed a new spiritual outlook that was completely different from the old ritual culture of feudal society. In the 21st century, the images of labors in Chinese paintings and the Chinese paintings with the theme of labors have undergone major changes. Next are the research objectives and research questions. Here are 3 research objectives. The first point to discover the difference between the images of labors in contemporary Chinese paintings and the images of labors in modern Chinese paintings. Second point to discover the difference between the narrative characteristics of Chinese paintings with the theme of contemporary labors and Chinese paintings with the theme of modern labors. Third point to reveal the difference between modern Chinese painting and contemporary Chinese painting in the way of painting expression when shaping the image of labors. Then there are 3 corresponding research questions. Number 1. What kind of characteristics does the image of labors in Chinese paintings change in the new contemporary labor production relations? Number 2. What are the specific manifestations of contemporary Chinese paintings with the theme of labors in terms of storytelling characteristics? Number 3. What are the special features of contemporary Chinese paintings in shaping the images of labors? Next is the research method. Research methods I mainly use image analysis and work statistics. I will take the 2 most important exhibitions in the Chinese art circle in the past 3 years as examples, including the 13th All China Fine Arts Exhibition and the 7th All China Youth Fillers Exhibition. Through descriptive analysis, compare the images, expressive techniques, and main tone of the works to find the differences. Regarding the results of the study, there are 3 findings. The first point: theme update the new labor relations of production update and enrich the connotation of contemporary Chinese figure painting. The first point is reflected in 2 aspects. 1. Images of laborers such as chefs, firefighters, and new industry workers appear in contemporary Chinese paintings. It reveals the great social changes that contemporary China is going through. 2. The theme of ordinary citizens has appeared many times, and this kind of theme generally presents pictures of comfort, happiness, and warmth. From a microscopic perspective, to describe the daily life of the working people at the bottom, this kind of theme has never appeared in modern figure painting. Result 2. Narrative characteristics. From grand narrative to individual narrative. Compared with the works of the previous century, there is a very obvious change in the narrative characteristics of the current Chinese figure paintings when they shape the images of labors. This change is to no longer pursue the kind of grand narrative that deliberately strengthens the meaning of the theme, and no longer excessively exaggerates and beautifies the characters to achieve the purpose of fitting the theme. The artist examines the living environment of the characters from the perspective of life itself and uses the description of individual life feelings to explain the relationship between workers and society and between the artist and the object of expression. Result 3. Creative techniques. Multi-aesthetic expression based on realism. 1. The realistic painting style is still the mainstream. Chinese painters have always held a cautious attitude when creating figure paintings. No matter what major changes in form they make, most of the figures are relatively realistic, and there are very few deformations and abstract techniques. 2. Although the Chinese paintings of laborers tend to be realistic, the painters have different orientations in terms of specific forms. Different from modern figure painting, which mainly combines sketch modeling to realize the innovation of Chinese painting, contemporary painters adopt more diverse methods. Ancient Chinese murals, traditional New Year pictures, two-dimensional composition, decorative arts, and other methods of grafting all provide more ways to learn from for the painting forms of laborers. The paintings of contemporary laborers have become a state of multiple aesthetics. At the end, the summary is as follows. Chinese painting with the theme of labor is a part of Chinese contemporary painting, reflecting the development and changes, success and confusion of contemporary Chinese painting in the evolution of the times. The most important thing is that it records and reflects the times by means of art on the surface, but in essence, it illuminates social life with a humanistic spirit. With the innovation of science and technology, some laborers will eventually be buried in history. But artworks have left their shadows, paying attention to life, being close to reality, affirming the value of life, and pursuing the emotional appeal of truth, kindness, and beauty. This is a labor the significance of subject painting can always exist. Another point worthy of vigilance is that due to the diversification of contemporary Chinese painting creation, the risk of Chinese painting losing its purity has also been caused. The merits and demerits of right and wrong will be discussed further. My statement is over. Thank you.